And welcome to a second Stream with Purpose podcast. Your host, Geoff Russell here, and the 2026 season is yet to begin. We are middle of December here. I don't know what the date is, December 20th, I think. So a lot to discuss here. We're going to be talking about the draft. We're going to be talking about evals and a little bit of the league structure and what's going on and whatnot. So if you got absolutely nothing to do, you're sitting in your car driving, join me as we prepare for the upcoming season. So the schedules are out. The draft is complete. You're just looking at a bunch of random videos here. I just threw together nothing in particular order that you're seeing on your screen here. This is a shot of the evals. You're going to see all kind of crazy stuff. I got fake videos of me dunking and stuff like that also. Evals, so, every year we try to do something different here on the Stream with Purpose side of things. That's my side. And this year, as you can see, the video is using a DSLR camera. Don't ask me what that stands for. I don't even know what. Anyway, it's a really professional, fancy camera. And I've had it for 10 years. So, and I said to myself, you know what? I need a better picture. One of the biggest things that I really wanted to do, and we did last year, was instant replay, but it was no good because of the quality of the video. I couldn't zoom in all the way to see a foot on a line, but now I can. So look at this quality. You're actually watching the quality right here. This shot is from the DSLR. The only thing that's going to be awkward is zooming in. So whoever's running the camera, it's not going to be an easy button to push. You're going to be grabbing the big lens and turning it right and left. So I don't know how that's going to work out. I wish I could get a practice session in. Maybe I'll try to get over to CFC at one of my wife's practices and test that out. But anyway, the quality is going to be superior if this works. That's a new change coming from the tech side of things, streaming side. All right, so here's the Murphy sisters. So one thing that I do know about the scheduling. Oh, this is a fake video of me dunking. You guys are going to love this. Yeah, that's supposed to be me. This is actually an AI generated. That is me, but it's not me. So anyway, so the girls are going to be completely separated from the boys again. They're going to be over in the... I did not do those backflips, people. The girls are going to be at the middle school gym once again. And I believe it's going to be the same time frame, so 12:30 to 3:30. I haven't confirmed that. I have not been sent the official schedule. So what is different this year about the scheduling? The boys, 7 to 9, last year were early, 8, 9, and 10, and 11, I believe. Or was there 6 teams last year? Might have been, no, I think it was 8. So 8, 9, 10, and 11 were the boys, 7 to 9. And then you had the boys 56 league after that. Well, that has changed. So this year we got the boys and 79 and the 56. There's Harry Callis calling the Phillies game-winning play, 2008. Anyway, it's going to be mixed. So the schedule is completely different on the boys' side of things, which poses a problem. I usually always film the boys 79 league. That may not happen. I don't know yet exactly what is going to go on. I'm definitely going to be there at 8 o'clock. I'll do the 8, 9, 10, and 11, whoever plays those games. What's going to be questionable is after that. I may pop over to the middle school just to catch a game over there. If Lexi Gwaltney's playing, I'd like to get, I know her father really is big on seeing her on film. So I'd like to get a game if I can over there, but one game and then head back to CFC to catch as many of the boys' 79 games as I can. So I'm probably going to need somebody to step in and film over at CFC when I'm out of there. I will be doing the first 4 games, definitely. What's going to happen after that? I guess there's a game at 12, 1, and 2. So there'll be 3 games that, like last year, that I would need somebody to step in and film. I don't know. I don't know how we're going to work that. There's a chance I just skip the girls altogether, which I don't want to do. I at least want to get Lexi's games if I can, or some of them. I don't think anybody else really cares that much outside of, Lexi's dad's the main reason I'm doing that for him. But I know other people like it, but probably could live without it. Darren doesn't care whether or not, what he said. It's up to me what I do. He doesn't have any special requests. I know everybody, the parents usually like to see their children, And remember, those games are not live anyway. They're all uploaded. So maybe I'll just stay at CFC the whole entire day. And I could have Anne-Marie is willing to film over at the middle school gym. Wait, we have a comment here?
No, my prescription's ready.
Oh, my wife's prescription's ready. So anyway, evals went smooth. Not exactly how I would love it. Of course, we're going to make tweaks and changes. Next year, I would like to have the names. I did not have any names in front of me. All I had were the numbers on the people's back, the players' backs. I didn't have any information at all. When you heard me announcing, that was strictly off the top of my head. No papers in front of me at all. So next year, I would like the names, the numbers of the players evaluating. There still was a lot of questionable eval scores. This year, Darren did give me the privilege of ranking the keepers. And I did a good job for the most part, except for one player, and we rectified that situation. Not going to get into that, but I think I overvalued a 7th grader coming into the league, and probably shouldn't have done that. But we did end up fixing that. So all the teams are pretty much set in the boys' league. The girls' league still have some things to iron out. The drafting on the girls' side did not go as planned. So a lot of things that need to be fixed for next year. Honestly, I am not in favor of having the coaches meeting and then everybody draft all at once. Not the way I would run it. I would love the way I run my baseball league. I've been running a fantasy baseball league for 23 years, and we draft offline. And what I would love is for all the coaches to see my videos, have all their information, and then draft offline. Everybody's very responsive, I noticed, on text, email. And what we do is we just email our pick in, and then the next coach is on the clock. And as long as they stay responsive and they take their time, do their research, you have a few hours. You can take up to 3-4 hours and just keep a draft moving all day. The coaches love it. They love it. And if you're on the clock as a coach, you have the video. It's your turn. You can, I had to draft for one of the teams. A coach wasn't there, and I drafted for the Heat. Jordan Tyson could not be present, so I had to draft his team. I found myself trying to dig through all the papers just to erase the players that were taken, just to keep up with that. I couldn't even look over all the available players by the time it got back to me. It was that fast. just to find the players on the sheets and erase them. So, if it's up to me, I'd draft offline, and I think it would go great, smooth, and have a really competitive draft versus, just winging it all at once. But, it is what it is, and we had to deal with it, so it went pretty good. Quinn Stevenson had the first pick of the available players. The keepers were all gone. And then it goes to the players that are available. I think he took Finn Hertzler, number 1 overall. You can't go wrong with Finn Hertzler. But yeah, so the boys are set. I don't think there was, as far as I know, there were no problems in the boys 56 draft. I didn't hear of one switching of teams or anything of that nature. So I think the boys 56 must have went smoothly. I mean, I didn't hear one complaint. The girls right now, the girls 79 is the biggest kinks to iron out, if you want to say. They're still not set yet in stone, but we're still going to have a great league. It's going to be fantastic. So the first game is going to start on January 10th, I believe, is a Saturday. Don't quote me on that one, but I think it's the 10th. Practices are going to start January 1st, but coaches are already practicing. They could, I love that they're starting right now. I know the Trailblazers had a practice last Thursday, I think he said, and today. I just met with Lonnie, came to my house, pick up something, and they're having a practice. I know my wife's team, the girls 56 and 79, are both already had a practice, so good that they're getting warmed up. What's going to be interesting is Valentine's Day is going to be interesting because that week I don't think there's any scheduled games. One of the coaches, I think it was Chick Coles, suggested to make that a makeup week if there's snow up to that point. I guess you're going to be right around week 5, some 5 or 6. You'll be February 14th. Championship Saturday is going to be bumped for, I don't know the reason why, but I think we couldn't get the gym. Championship Saturday is going to be March 7th, I think, is a Saturday. So this is going to be the latest Championship Saturday we ever had. All the other ones were February 22nd to the 26th. So it's going to be exciting to have one in March. It's still going to be at the high school. The request I have in is to play the playoff games before Championship Saturday. They did it one year. I absolutely loved it. I went over to Twin Valley, did the playoff games during the week. I got to see all the games. I got to announce all the games. When you pack it all in on Championship Saturday, I mean, I missed so many great games. Folks, I do these games all year, and I'm really anxious to see the best teams play each other. And I can only pick one playoff game at a time. And it bothers me. I would love to announce every playoff game and have it live on YouTube. I missed the Jazz. I missed Brody Torrance's historic run. I caught a little bit of the quarterfinal game. I had a run down there. And Nigel Salvador getting eliminated after a perfect regular season. I had my cell phone out. But no, I wanted to see that entire game. And I couldn't because I had to do another game. I can only choose one on Championship Saturday. So I'm hoping I made that request. I'm hoping something happens where we can see all the playoff games during the week. And you get up to Championship Saturday. You know what I would love? And you can leave your comments. I would love to take advantage of the Championship Saturday, have an alumni game if you want, or have an all-star game, or do something fun. Have the parents come onto the court and play. Make it interesting. Make it fun. There's all kind of ideas. At the very least, have consolation games so everybody plays. don't make the championship players play more than one game. No other league does that. They don't do it at college. You play one game that day. They don't do it in the NBA. You play one game a day because you want to be fresh. It's not a triathlon. This is a basketball. Now I know high school, I believe over at the Giants Center in Hershey, maybe they play more than one in a day. But I don't like it. I don't like it because I don't get to see any of it. And a lot of people don't get to see it either. If I don't see it, you're not going to see it unless you're attending live. So that's that. I don't know what's going to happen on the championship Saturday. I can tell you Mike Good has gotten more involved on the back end of things. Mike's taken some of the load off of Darren's plate, and Mike's been fantastic. He's been working with me and really getting things done. So I think we're all set for the season. We have the schedule in place. I still got to build my rosters out, so I'm still waiting to get the schedules, the official schedule and rosters. I do not have that. Other than that, I think we're pretty much ready to start the season. Another thing that was great is that coaches were allowed to keep their own team names if they want it. Darren left that up to the coaches to name their own team. I absolutely love that. I'd love to keep the team names the same. It makes it very, convenient. Like Lonnie Hochstetler again is the Trailblazers. He has most of the players from last year. I love that. Love the returning. If a new coach comes on, let him grab a new team name. That's his team. I would love it to be a keeper league. Keep 2 or 3 players every year, just to keep things the same. It's just exactly what the NBA and other leagues do. That you and coaches and players, you could develop a relationship if you keep coaching the same person. Make it optional. If the players want to stay for that team, they can. If they want to go into the free agent pool, that's just my suggestion, my opinion. But listen, I know Darren has a ton on his plate, and he just does a phenomenal job because I would never want his job. Never, no way. I can't fathom how he tolerates and, oh my goodness, the amount of complaints and suggestions and everything he has to go through. And I'm sure Brian does too. What they have to deal with is incredible. God bless them. And the league wouldn't really survive without them. It would be very hard. They've got a lot of experience in dealing with people and scheduling, and probably one of the biggest things are the practices. That's probably one of the biggest topics out there that they have to deal with. Arranging the practice times, giving everybody access to the gyms, people changing, this and that. And yeah, it gets really wild and hectic. Definitely not something I would want to do. Other than that, folks, I think we are ready for another great season. We're going to miss a lot of people. I know Coach Eric Stark, Jesse's graduated out. I'm excited. Preston Merck wants to help out this year on the video side of things, so it's going to be great to have Preston in the house and filming and whatever he wants to do. Trying to think who else. Charles Babb was at the coaches meeting, even though Spencer's graduated out. Charles made an appearance, and I think he's going to be sticking around, him and Anne-Marie, helping out, which is desperately needed. Don't think I can. I know there's a bunch of new coaches. So new coaches, welcome. It was great to see new coaches. Had some great conversations with Quinn Stevenson. What a phenomenal story. You got to talk to Quinn and hear his story growing up in Philly, and great basketball player, could dunk and all that at an early age, and then he hurt himself. Yeah, big basketball enthusiast. And he was the one that took Finn Hertzler. He had the number 1 pick. And of course, you get your returning coaches, Brad Slaughter, Chick Coles. Good to see Coach Cheryl back after her historic season last year. Anne-Marie stepping down as a coach, head coach. I think she's going to be assisting Philip Lapp in the Girls 79 League. And what's great, I think they kept all their names. I think it's the Sparks, Storm, and Sky again. Cheryl, is that right? Are you the Sparks? Or Sparks. Yeah, I think everybody returned.
Cardinals.
So the Cardinals, oh, there we go. In the Girls 56 League, if you go back to 2023, Ryan Doherty had the Lady Tigers and Cheryl was the Cardinals. Well, those team names, there's only two teams in the Girls 56. Yes, the Cardinals and Lady Tigers return. And the Girls 79, I love that they all kept their names. So hopefully they do that every year. Ryan Doherty now is going to be the new and improved Sky after just a torturous season last year. Oh, I couldn't imagine what that had to be like, not winning a game, not even being competitive in a game. Well, that'll be different this year. Ryan Doherty has Lexi Gwaltney, J.L. Glick, Cammie. He's loaded. Ella Becker's on that team. So Doherty is just going to be licking his chops this year, to make up for last year. As far as Philip Lapp's going to step up and take over for Anne-Marie as the head coach. Anne-Marie will be assisting him for the Storm. And on that team, they got the Murphy sisters, which you saw a video there a little earlier. Yes, great that the Murphys are playing. The sisters, Avery and her sister Reese. Reese is coming up as a 7th grader. And great to Darren that he allowed a couple 10th graders. He allowed each team to have one 10th grader, which was wonderful. Love to see that. The girls' league definitely needed it. So it's going to be a super competitive season. Cheryl has the reigning regular season and championship game MVP, Avery Good, on her team. So right there is going to make her team competitive. And a lot of new faces. So good to see. And there they are right on the screen there. You see Zoe Martin right there. She's on Cheryl's Sparks. And a lot of new and improved players. So really, really going to be an exciting season. So we're all ready to kick it off. The boys, 8 teams in the boys 79 league, 6 teams in the boys 56, 2 teams in the girls 56. And I think Joseph Martell, is that the name? Will be coaching the other girls 56 team. I think that's the last name, Joseph. I'll have to double check that. Sorry, I don't have any papers in front of me. Doing all this off the top of my head. And then the girls 79 league, once again, 3 teams, same exact 3, Spark, Sky, and Storm. Love to see that. Makes great commentating. So that is about it for podcast number 2, Stream with Purpose here. And we are going to maybe have one more podcast before the season kicks out. We'll see. And like I said, January 1st, practices start. January 10th, first game, week 1. Can't wait. And if you're interested at all, please talk to me. You are more than welcome to join the Stream with Purpose team. We could get you anything that you want to do, whether it's filming, just doing the computer. If you ever want to get on the microphone, you do not have to. You're more than welcome to join in and do a game. Just to do a color analyst if you just want to chime in here and there. Coaches, you are more than welcome to come up to the booth after your game and sit in. And Chick Coles loves to do that. I love when Chick comes up after his game and he'll talk, halftime's probably the best. So if you're going to do that, well, that's tough because you got the message at halftime. But, if you want to, come up in the second quarter. How about that? We'll dedicate the second quarter of the next game. Coaches, if you want to come up and talk about your game, feel free to, I'll mic you up. I have an extra mic there. So that's it. Thank you, coaches, and can't wait. And we'll see you. Thank you for watching Stream Purpose Podcast number 2.